Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a reality that many of us face in our journey towards success and fulfillment. A reality that, though intimidating, should encourage you to keep going. The enemy knows you're about to win, and here's the truth. Whenever you are on the brink of victory, you will often find that your opposition intensifies. But don't be discouraged, for this is a sign that you are closer to your breakthrough than ever before. When you're on the verge of victory, the enemy becomes aware. You see, victory is not just a personal achievement. It has a ripple effect that can change the course of your life, your family's future, your business, and even the lives of others around you. But what many fail to realize is that the moment you are about to step into your breakthrough, the forces that oppose you are also aware of this shift. They can sense it before you do. And this is why, just when you think you are close to the victory you've been striving for, the opposition intensifies. It seems as if the battle gets more difficult, more draining, and more overwhelming. But in reality, this is a sign of something powerful about to happen in your life. The enemy, whether it be doubt, fear, or external forces, can sense when change is coming. They know when you're close to crossing over from struggle into triumph. When you're about to win, everything inside of you and everything around you may start to feel like it's falling apart. The moment of greatest resistance often comes right before the moment of greatest reward. This is a time when you may feel exhausted, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when it seems like things are at their worst. But don't be fooled. This is the time when you're actually closest to your breakthrough. There's a truth that many people miss. The enemy doesn't waste their energy fighting battles they don't think are worth winning. Think about it. When you're up against something you're capable of overcoming easily, there is no need for intense opposition. But when the enemy realizes that you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose, when they see you moving toward victory in a significant way, that's when the battle escalates. The enemy's opposition is actually confirmation that you are moving in the right direction. It's a clear sign that you are about to cross the threshold into something greater than you could have imagined. This battle, no matter how intense, is the final resistance before the victory that you've been striving toward is released. As difficult as it may seem in the moment, it's crucial to recognize that the opposition is not a reflection of your failure, but a sign of your approaching success. This is the time when you need to dig deep and press forward. When it feels like you can't go any further, remember that you are closer than ever to your victory. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but spiritually you are standing at the door of your breakthrough. Keep walking through it, even if the pressure seems unbearable. Trust that every step you take in faith brings you closer to the promise that has been set before you. The enemy has been watching your progress, and just as you can feel your momentum building, they begin to ramp up their efforts to hold you back. They know that once you reach your victory, you will never be the same again. Your life, your business, your family, your ministry, everything is about to experience a shift. And when that happens, the enemy knows that they have lost their hold on you. This is why they fight so hard to stop you. In these moments, you need to understand that the opposition is not personal, it's spiritual. It's a direct response to the destiny you carry. The higher the calling, the greater the attack. The more potential you have to make a difference, the stronger the forces that will try to keep you from fulfilling it. But here's the key. They cannot stop you. The more resistance you face, the more you should realize that victory is just around the corner. The enemy fights hardest when they know they've already lost. When the enemy is pushing back, when the challenges seem overwhelming, remember that this is not a sign that you're failing. On the contrary, it's a sign that you're getting closer to your breakthrough. The opposition intensifies precisely because the enemy knows what's about to happen. Victory is on the horizon, and they know that their time is running out. You're almost there. Your perseverance through the resistance is the very thing that will unlock the doors to your success. Don't be intimidated by the growing intensity of the battle. Be encouraged by it. It means you are on the brink of something great. The more the enemy pushes, the closer you are to your victory. So, as you face challenges and obstacles that seem to be coming from every direction, don't lose heart. Recognize that these are the very signs that you are about to step into the fullness of what you were created to do. You are about to win. The enemy knows it, and now you need to know it too. When things are toughest, it's because your breakthrough is the closest it has ever been. Stand firm, press forward, and keep your eyes on the prize. Victory is coming, and no matter how strong the opposition, nothing can stop you from reaching your destiny. Victory is preceded by battle. This truth is not just a theory, but a reality that we see in every success story. No one achieves greatness without going through some form of struggle. In fact, the most difficult moments often come right before your greatest breakthrough. This is when you feel the weight of the fight more than ever, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, and when it feels like every step forward is met with resistance. But here's the key. This struggle is not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're on the verge of something extraordinary. The enemy doesn't waste its energy on battles they don't think are worth winning. If you weren't capable of achieving something great, there would be no need for such resistance. But because you're about to experience a significant breakthrough, the enemy will fight harder to keep you from moving forward. They know that once you push through the difficulty, you will step into a level of success, peace, and fulfillment that they cannot take away from you. This is why the intensity of the battle often reflects the magnitude of the victory awaiting you. When the fight seems fiercest, when the opposition is relentless, understand that the victory that lies ahead is greater than you could imagine. You are about to step into something that will change your life and the lives of those around you. The enemy's efforts to discourage, delay, or defeat you are an indication that they recognize the power of the destiny you are about to step into. If they didn't know you were capable of achieving something great, they wouldn't be trying so hard to stop you. We often underestimate the significance of the battles we face. We see them as obstacles that are meant to harm us, to bring us down. But in reality, these battles are stepping stones to our breakthrough. They are what refine us, strengthen our resolve, and prepare us for the success that we are destined to experience. The battle is part of the process. It's not meant to destroy you, but to prepare you for the victory that is already yours. Every victory is preceded by a battle, and each battle serves a purpose. It is during these battles that we learn to tap into our true strength, develop resilience, and discover what we're truly made of. When everything seems to be against you, when you feel like you're at your breaking point, you're actually in the perfect place to see your greatest transformation. You are being shaped and molded for something greater than you could have ever imagined. The battle you're facing is not the end of the story, it's simply the beginning of your breakthrough. The enemy wants you to believe that the battle you're fighting is a sign of defeat. But in reality, the battle is the proving ground for the victory that you're about to experience. The fight may be tough, but you are tougher. The enemy wants you to quit, to give up, to turn back. But if you can keep going, if you can stay focused on the prize ahead, you will soon find that the battle was the very thing that was necessary to prepare you for the breakthrough that's coming. The difficulty of the battle often correlates with the size of the victory. The greater the victory, the greater the opposition. If the road to success was easy, everyone would walk it. But the fact that the path is difficult, that the obstacles seem overwhelming, is the very proof that your victory is going to be worth it. You are being tested, tried, and shaped for the greatness that lies ahead. Every setback, every challenge, every difficulty you face is a step closer to the breakthrough that is waiting for you. Understand that you are not alone in this fight. Many great men and women who have achieved success in any area of life have faced the same battles. They've been at the point where it felt like everything was falling apart, where victory seemed impossible, and where the pressure was unbearable. But they pressed on. They kept moving forward, even when it seemed like they were going in the wrong direction. And when they finally broke through, they realized that all the battles they fought were necessary. They were the crucible that refined them, shaped them, and prepared them for the victory they were about to experience. Victory does not come without a fight. But the battle, no matter how intense, is always followed by a breakthrough. The more difficult the journey, the more rewarding the destination. So when the battle intensifies, don't be discouraged. Know that you are on the brink of something extraordinary. Keep your eyes on the prize, stay focused, and trust that your victory is closer than ever. The enemy tries to delay your progress, but it's important to understand this fundamental truth. Delay is not denial. Often, when things don't move at the pace we expect, when opportunities seem to slip away, or when breakthroughs feel just out of reach, we may start to believe that our dreams, goals, and aspirations are being denied. But this is a lie. The delay you're experiencing is not a denial of your purpose. It is simply a part of the process. It is a tactic that the enemy uses to sow seeds of doubt, to cause frustration, and to make you question your path. However, this is not the end of your journey. It is merely a temporary setback designed to slow you down, not stop you. When you find yourself in a season of delay, it's easy to feel like you're stuck or that you've been forgotten. The pressure you're feeling may intensify, and it might seem like everything you've worked for is slipping away. But let me remind you, this pressure is not a sign of failure. In fact, it's often a sign that you're closer than ever to stepping into the purpose and destiny you've been striving for. The enemy is trying to create confusion, to make you second-guess everything, but that confusion is only a distraction. It's an attempt to stop you from moving forward. The truth is that God's timing is perfect, and no delay is beyond His control. While the enemy tries to create a sense of urgency or frustration in your heart, remember that you are being prepared for something greater. Delays allow you to develop patience, resilience, and a deeper trust in the process. What seems like a setback is often a divine setup for something better. It is in the waiting that you are refined, your character is built, and your faith is strengthened. The delay may feel uncomfortable, but it's preparing you for the breakthrough that is on the horizon. Think about it. If everything you desired came too quickly or without any obstacles, you might not be ready for it. There is wisdom in the timing of God, and even in the delays, He is making sure that you are fully prepared for the weight of the blessing. If your breakthrough came too soon, you might not have the maturity to handle it. If your promotion arrived prematurely, you might not have developed the necessary skills to lead. Delays are God's way of preparing you for the next level. They are not signs that your dreams are not meant to be, but signals that God is aligning everything perfectly in His time. The enemy wants you to focus on the delay and become discouraged, but the truth is that the delay is part of your victory. When God's purpose is at work in your life, nothing happens by accident. The timing of your breakthrough is not random. There's a reason for every delay, and every setback is part of the bigger picture. The delay is never the end. It's the preparation for the fulfillment of God's promises in your life. We often look at delay through the lens of our own understanding, wanting things to happen on our schedule. But God sees the bigger picture. He sees the end from the beginning. He knows that the delay you're experiencing will bring about a greater result than if you had rushed ahead. It's in these moments of waiting that we learn to trust Him more deeply, to lean into His timing, and to have the confidence that He is working behind the scenes, even when we can't see it. Every delay you face is a sign that your breakthrough is still coming, just at the perfect time. The enemy wants you to believe that the delay is permanent or that you've missed your opportunity, but that couldn't be further from the truth. What's coming is bigger, better, and more aligned with your purpose than anything you could have imagined. The pressure you're under in this moment is not meant to break you, but to make you. It is a signal that something powerful is about to manifest in your life. And that's why the enemy is trying so hard to keep you from it. You may find yourself questioning everything in the delay, wondering if the dream you've been holding on to is ever going to come to fruition. But I urge you to stay focused, stay patient, and stay in faith. The delay is not a sign that your dream is dead, but rather an indication that it's being prepared for you. You are being prepared for it. The foundation is being laid for something greater than you ever anticipated. So when you face delays, do not be discouraged. Don't let the enemy use that temporary setback to discourage your heart. Instead, see it as an opportunity for growth, for strengthening, and for preparation. The delay will not last forever. And when the time is right, you will see that it was worth every moment of waiting. Keep moving forward, because what God has promised you is still on the way, and it is coming at just the right time. Delay is not denial. You possess a unique power and purpose that no one else can fulfill. This is a truth that you must internalize. You were created with a distinct gift, a specific destiny, and a calling that is entirely yours. No one else has the same combination of abilities, experiences, and purpose as you do. The enemy knows this, and that's precisely why they target you. They don't just oppose you because of who you are. They oppose you because of what you are capable of becoming. The enemy recognizes the potential within you even when you might not fully see it yet. They understand that if you step into your full potential, you will be unstoppable. This unique power you possess is not just about physical strength or mental capacity. It is a divine, God-given purpose that is intricately woven into the fabric of who you are. It's the potential to make a significant impact in the world around you, to touch lives, to create change, and to fulfill a mission that only you can complete. The enemy doesn't fear your present self. They fear who you are becoming. They fear the moment when you fully embrace your purpose, when you unlock the greatness that lies within you, and when you begin to operate from that place of power. This is why the enemy will do everything in their power to distract you, discourage you, and derail you. They know that once you recognize the power within you and start walking in it, they can no longer hold you back. The enemy's attacks are not truly against you as a person, but rather against your purpose. It's a struggle to keep you from stepping into the fullness of your destiny. When you face resistance, it's not just because you're going through a hard time. It's because the enemy knows that your potential is greater than any obstacle they can throw your way. They try to discourage you from moving forward, not because they want to defeat you personally, but because they want to prevent you from fully realizing the impact you are meant to have. Recognizing your power is essential in overcoming the enemy's attempts to derail you. The moment you understand the value and greatness within you, everything changes. The battles you face will no longer seem insurmountable because you will approach them with a sense of purpose and confidence that comes from knowing who you are and why you are here. When you realize that you are not just a random person struggling through life, but a person with a divine calling and power within, you will see every challenge as an opportunity to rise higher. Understanding your power means understanding that you are not a victim of circumstances, but a victor in every situation. The enemy wants you to believe that you are powerless, that you are too small, too weak, or too insignificant to make a difference. But the truth is, your power is not dependent on your own strength. It's dependent on the one who created you, the one who has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. When you recognize that the same power that raised Christ from the dead is at work in you, nothing can stop you. The battle is not against you personally. It is against your purpose, your destiny, and your potential. When you understand that, you can approach every challenge with a different mindset. You no longer see yourself as someone merely trying to survive the battles of life. Instead, you begin to see yourself as a person who is actively engaged in fulfilling a higher purpose, one that has eternal significance. You realize that the struggles you face are just opportunities for you to step into greater power, to grow stronger, and to develop the character necessary to carry out your purpose. Every time the enemy attacks, every time they try to make you doubt yourself or throw you off course, you can stand firm in the knowledge that they are not fighting against you. They are fighting against the incredible potential you carry. The opposition you face is simply a sign that you are on the right track. The enemy would not waste their energy on you if they didn't know that you are destined for greatness. They wouldn't try to stop you if they didn't know that you are about to step into something that will change everything. Your value is not defined by the struggles you face. Your value is defined by the purpose within you, the greatness you carry, and the impact you are destined to make. When you recognize this, you begin to approach life from a place of power, not weakness. You know that you are here for a reason, that you are not here by accident, and that no matter what the enemy throws your way, you are more than capable of overcoming it. So I encourage you today to recognize your value. Recognize the power and purpose that lie within you. Understand that you are not fighting just for survival. You are fighting for your destiny, for your purpose, and for the impact you are meant to have. The enemy knows this, and that's why they try to keep you from stepping into your full potential. But when you recognize who you truly are and the power you possess, nothing can stand in your way. You are unstoppable. And once you realize that, the enemy can no longer hold you back. Resilience is the key to overcoming opposition. Many people often think that victory is determined by who can throw the hardest punch or who has the most power in the fight. But in reality, the true test lies not in how hard you hit, but in how long you can endure. The battle you're facing is not about avoiding pain or difficulties. It's about how you respond to them and whether you have the strength to keep going when it feels like the odds are against you. Resilience is what separates those who give up from those who press through to their victory. Life is full of challenges, and you will undoubtedly face moments when the journey feels overwhelmingly difficult. There will be times when everything seems stacked against you, when every step forward is met with resistance, and when you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. But the question is, how will you respond in those moments? Will you allow the difficulties to define you, or will you dig deep and draw on your resilience to keep moving forward? Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when it feels like you can't take another step. It is the strength to rise after every setback, to learn from every failure, and to press on when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's not about avoiding the tough moments, but about recognizing that those moments are shaping you for something greater. Resilience is what enables you to turn pain into purpose, disappointment into determination, and struggle into strength. The fight you're in is not about who can throw the hardest punch, but about who can endure the longest. You might face days, weeks, or even months where it feels like you're fighting an uphill battle. But resilience means that you don't quit in those moments. It means that even when the fight feels long and exhausting, you keep going, because you know that victory is still within reach. The difference between those who win and those who fall short is often not their skill, their ability, or even their circumstances. It's their resilience. Your resilience becomes the strength that will carry you across the finish line. It's not about how many punches you can land or how many times you stumble. It's about how many times you rise up and keep moving forward. The ability to persist in the face of adversity is the key to reaching your breakthrough. Victory is assured if you can persist. Every time you choose to press forward, even when the fight seems impossible, you are getting closer to your goal. Every challenge you overcome adds another layer to your strength, and every trial you endure builds your capacity to achieve even greater things. One of the most powerful things about resilience is that it is not something you are born with. It is something you develop. Each challenge you face, each obstacle you overcome, is an opportunity to strengthen your resilience. Like a muscle, resilience grows through use. The more you face difficulties and continue to push forward, the stronger you become. You will begin to see every challenge not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone that is taking you closer to your victory. When you have resilience, you understand that setbacks are not the end of the story. They are simply part of the process. A resilient person doesn't see failure as defeat, but as a lesson, a chance to learn and grow stronger. They know that the road to success is not a straight path, and that detours, delays, and difficulties are all part of the journey. What matters is not whether you face obstacles, it's how you respond to them. Will you give up, or will you rise again with even more determination? Resilience also allows you to maintain your vision in the face of opposition. The enemy will try to distract you, discourage you, and make you doubt your ability to succeed. But if you have resilience, you will keep your eyes on the prize. You won't be swayed by temporary setbacks or challenges that seem overwhelming. Instead, you will see them as part of the process and use them as fuel to propel you forward. Victory is not for the faint-hearted, and it is not for those who are easily discouraged. Victory is for those who can endure, those who can keep going when it seems like everything is falling apart. And resilience is the key to making that happen. The strength to persist in the face of adversity is what will carry you across the finish line. You are stronger than you think, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to prove it. When you keep going, even when it's hard, you are closer than ever to the victory that awaits you. So when the going gets tough, don't quit. Let resilience be your driving force. Keep pressing forward, knowing that your endurance will be rewarded. The battle is not won by the strongest punch. It's won by the one who can endure the longest, who can hold on the hardest, and who refuses to let go of their purpose. Your victory is assured as long as you remain resilient, persistent, and unwavering in your pursuit of your destiny. Your victory is rooted in the promises made to you. It's essential to understand that the foundation of your success is not built on your own strength, abilities, or even your circumstances, but on the promises that God has made to you. These promises are unshakable, and they are the bedrock upon which your future rests. No matter the opposition you face, no matter how daunting the challenges seem, God's promises stand firm and true. They cannot be broken, and they will never fail. When you're in the midst of a battle, it's easy to get distracted by the noise of the enemy, the challenges and the setbacks that come your way. The enemy will do everything they can to make you doubt, to make you question the validity of God's promises, and to cause you to focus on your circumstances rather than your calling. But remember this: the enemy knows they can't win. They know that their defeat is inevitable, and their only strategy is to keep you from recognizing the truth of God's promises in your life. Their goal is not to defeat God, it's to distract you, to make you lose sight of the unshakable truth that your victory is already guaranteed through God's word. When you keep your eyes on the goal, on the promises God has spoken over your life, you will find the strength to persevere through any trial. Your focus must remain on the certainty of His word. When God promises something, He is faithful to bring it to pass. It doesn't matter how long it takes or how difficult the journey becomes. God's promises never fail. They are steadfast, immovable, and unchanging. His word over your life is more powerful than any obstacle or opposition you encounter. The enemy's attacks are merely a distraction to get you to take your eyes off the prize. They want you to doubt the promises of God, to think that your situation is too difficult for God to change, or that His promises don't apply to you. But the reality is that no enemy can prevent your success when you stand firm in the promises of God. The enemy's power is limited. God's power is limitless. The enemy may try to make you feel small, weak, or insignificant, but the promises of God declare that you are more than a conqueror, that you are called, equipped, and destined for greatness. When you trust in God's word, you walk forward in confidence, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. You don't need to fight the battle alone, and you don't need to rely on your own understanding or abilities. The strength you need comes from Him, and His promises provide the foundation for your success. God has declared victory over your life, and His promises are unshakable. When you stand on those promises, you will see the enemy's schemes crumble before you. It's important to recognize that God's promises are not contingent on your circumstance. Just because things may not look the way you expect right now, or because the enemy is fighting hard against you, doesn't mean that God's promises are not in effect. His word is true, regardless of what you're facing. The promises He has made are sure, and He will fulfill them in His perfect timing. Your victory is not based on what you can see or feel, but on the unchanging truth of what God has spoken over your life. When you hold fast to your faith, when you trust in God's promises and refuse to be distracted by the enemy's lies, you will see your breakthrough. You may encounter moments of doubt, discouragement, or frustration, but do not let go of your faith. The enemy's goal is to make you question God's faithfulness, but you must remind yourself that God is always faithful. He will never leave you nor forsake you. The victory you are walking toward is rooted in His promises, and those promises will never fail. The enemy knows they cannot win. They know that their efforts are ultimately futile, which is why they will do everything they can to distract you and make you take your eyes off God's promises. But remember, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. The enemy's power is temporary, but God's promises are eternal. So hold fast to your faith. Trust in His word and keep moving forward with confidence. The victory is already yours because of the promises that God has made to you, and those promises are unshakable. As you keep your eyes on the goal and rely on the certainty of God's word, you will walk in victory. The opposition may be fierce, but it is nothing compared to the power of the promises that God has placed over your life. Victory is assured when you stand firm in His word. The enemy cannot stop what God has already ordained for you, so keep moving forward in faith, knowing that the victory is yours because God's promises are unshakable. As we come to the close of this message, let us take a moment to reflect on the truth that has been declared today. The enemy knows you're about to win. Your victory is already secured in the promises of God, and though the battle may seem intense, it is nothing more than the final resistance before your breakthrough. When the pressure rises, when opposition intensifies, remember, it's because the enemy sees the greatness within you, and they know that you are about to step into a place of unparalleled power and purpose. The battle is not against you, but against your purpose. The enemy is not fighting your present, but your future, the destiny you are designed to fulfill. Every challenge you face is not meant to destroy you, but to develop you, to shape your character and to refine your resilience. God has already written the end of the story, and that end is victory. Your power, your resilience, and your trust in His unshakable promises will carry you across the finish line. Do not be moved by the distractions or the delays. Understand that God's promises are not just words. They are a guarantee, a covenant, a declaration over your life. They are unbreakable and they will come to pass. The enemy may try to deceive you, but you are equipped with the knowledge that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The victory you seek is not in the hands of your enemies. It is in the hands of the one who called you, created you, and has already ordained your success. So stand firm, stand tall. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that God is faithful to complete the work He has started in you. The enemy cannot stop what God has destined for you. You are more than a conqueror. Your victory is inevitable. And as you press on, hold fast to this truth. God's promises are unshakable, and in Him you are unstoppable. The battle may be fierce, but the victory is already yours. Keep your eyes on the prize, keep walking in faith, and know that you are about to win. Amen.